is the hardest part. Each circle. You can take from there. This is not bad.
Right.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Denise, and from the title of this video, you already know this is going to be the second episode of our magazine production
series, chronicles, diaries, entries, collection.
If you guys haven't seen the first episode, watch it. What are you doing? We did a whole hanbok photo shoot outside on the streets of Hong Kong. It was so fun. If you're interested in that, go watch it. Even if you aren't interested in that, you should watch it. Today's episode is going to be different because it's a bit more chatty. I'm going to be talking a lot. The first part of this video though is going to be about our qipao photo shoot. So it's very fun. It's the one that we had been looking forward to, and rightfully so. It was such a girly pop time. We had a lot of dressing up going on. We had like 2 sets of qipaos for our models, each of them. So that's going to be the first part of this episode, and the second part is the chatty part, and I'm going to be talking about how I write feature stories. So I think it's just something that nobody really talks about. Everybody's so caught up with visuals, the photo shoots, the planning and the layouts and everything. I've already written the stories now, and I have a few tips, a few niche specific tips that could be helpful to some of you guys. So without further ado, let me stop rambling right now. I'm just having so much fun with my mic. Yeah, let's get into the vlog. It's gonna be about the qipao photo shoot. Hey guys, so I am on the way to photo shoot for the qipao. Very excited for that. I'm really looking forward, even though I'm sick. I'm so sick. And sorry for the nasally voice. And I'm also in a bit of a rush because I'm kind of late, but I'm not gonna let this like ruin the vibe. Longsheng qipao on the way. Hello. See, these are so cute. This is qikawa. These are like the more Chinese style. He also has like, oh, this is the Thai one, you can see. Yeah, take a look. Good, nice, like it. So our models will be changing in the changing room. Hello, it's us. Hello. Oh, we're twinning. Oh, we're twinning. And then they're twinning. It's like a coat. Whoa. We're not gonna let anything stop us. At least it's not raining.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've chosen 2 Thai style qipaos. So what they did is they used traditional Thai fabric to make the silhouette and shape of a qipao. And yeah, Abby's got the black and yellow. It has. We had like a mood board on Canva. This one, we're gonna do this, and then this, and then this. This was our first time taking a lot of photos in an indoor space, so we really had to be creative with the poses and spatial arrangements to avoid pictures from being too repetitive and too boring. I'll need to do some yoga stretches. A challenge I would say is definitely the lighting. It was kind of giving a grayish, dull look, so we had to rely on post-production to kind of amp up the colors of the pictures just a bit. You can look away. Okay, look at me. Yeah.
You think this matches your music?
Yeah. Okay.
This is the kind of 彈香嗰啲嚟嘅。
Oh, I smell.
Oh. Maybe Abby can look here, and Liana can look here.
But I think the most fun aspect of studio photography is how you can demonstrate your creative direction in such a confined space, making the most out of a single room. Since we're writing about clothes, we really want to zero in on the details of the pieces. So instead of having the models' faces in some of the pictures, we just zoomed in on the seams of the dresses, the reflective buttons, the patterns of the fabrics. It just puts a lot more emphasis on the clothes themselves and gives us more opportunities to play around with the text on pictures. So we're gonna go out now. They've changed. We're readying ourselves. Yeah, we're getting ready
to head out and we're gonna explore Causeway Bay with the models.
Maybe you guys should bring out your jackets.
We're gonna be walking around Causeway Bay, baby! Yeah. They're giving, we just said it, they're giving like K-drama actors during the middle of filming in the winter.
It's recording?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi!
Oh no.
We're gonna take some photos with the qipao.
Yay!
And now I'm gonna take Liana's because I took some of Abby's just now.
And this is Liana.
So excited! We're gonna cross in the middle of the road. Everybody's gonna look, but it's okay. We deserve the stairs. That's true. That's true.
Oh, okay. Okay, go, Liana. Okay.
Let's go.
Oh yes, yes.
Like there's like this. Let's see.
She's doing lunges.
This is not bad.
Wait, this is good.
This is good, and it's so bright.
Yeah.
I like the color. I really like the color.
The color is so nice outside, for sure. Because it's like the juxtaposition.
The
with,
juxtaposition.
like, the Air Forces.
Yeah.
Or they? Oh, they're not Air Forces.
What else should we do? Should we go
like towards this?
Yeah, maybe. This is the hardest part, you know, like finding a spot. Oh, you know, here it's not bad because it's kind of empty. Stand in each circle. So we can take from there. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try that. Nice. Having an outdoor street photography session was such a fun challenge because you get to generate ideas on the go and execute them on the spot. The behind the scenes. Okay, let's see how the pose will look like. Oh, are you okay? Oh my god. We're taking some shots of them. One in, one out, one in and out. One front, one behind of our models with the graffiti. Oh, this is also good actually.
Ooh, oh yeah.
Yeah, this is actually good too. Oh, this is so good. Right.
Yes.
I love that. Okay, so we're done with the photo shoot. We're heading back to the shop, the rental shop, and we're gonna take more selfies there. Look at them like marching like models. They look so good. And I'm so happy because we got so many good pictures. This is like the end of the photos that we're gonna take with the models, with Abby and Liana. So the next photo shoot is gonna be with the interviewees, which I'm also very excited to show you guys. 3, 2, oh, it's 10 seconds. Why did I do 10 seconds? KMS.
Is this a thumbnail? I feel like we need to be more like active if it's a
Okay.
thumbnail.
Like,
Be like,
how do you feel?
I feel good.
Look at Abby, look in the back. I feel like we had like such a smooth process. Like it's just,
I think
good shots after good shots.
Yeah, all our photo shoots have gone good.
Yeah. That's because of our two amazing models.
It was so easy.
It was so. Actually, it's the creative direction.
C'est bon.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. Oh. Okay.
Yo, so this is the shop owner,
Hello.
Mr. Gavin Chu.
Yeah, I'm Gavin. How
Yeah.
nice to meet you. And well, I would like to say congratulations to your channel, and I hope you do all the best on your channel, and hope you like our Shiva. And I think that you guys in my Shiva are look gorgeous, and so I'm looking forward for the photos and also the videos.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to you to send us.
Well, it's because the qipao already looks so good, so it speaks for itself. And go follow the link. I'm gonna put the link down below. Their IG. Visit this shop. It's very close to Times Square. Very convenient, and you can like get a good roam around the city. There are a lot of good spots here in Causeway Bay, and you can like throw on the qipao and look like really gorgeous now.
And of course, you guys look gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay. Come visit, and yeah, that's all it is.
Alright, see you next
Thank
time. then.
you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you for listening.
So yeah, that was the qipao photo shoot. As you guys can see, it was so fun. And also shout out to Langsheng Qipao. They are so welcoming. We got to their studio like twice. Shout out to them. Shout out to Mr. Gavin Chu. He let us like explore his collection of qipao and try on different sets to see if our models were comfortable with it and they looked nice in it, and it was just so nice. I yapped too much that my brain like got empty for a sec. Oh yeah, the whole point of the second segment is to explain how I would write feature stories. So I even have like a whole notebook. This is the real deal, so I'm not gonna be like nonchalant about it. I'm gonna be very, very much chalant with a capital C. Okay, so number one, definitely you're gonna start with the interviews. So you're gonna have to prep for the interview. Don't try to ask redundant questions that have already been asked before. So if you can find the answer online about that interviewee, you don't need to ask them about it again, unless you want like some more details or tangential information, which could be helpful. But don't like ask like, oh, what's the name of your first book? The information is literally online, so don't do that. When you conduct the interview, if you have a question during the interview, ask it. I learned this in my feature writing class in journalism school. There's no such thing as a dumb question, except if that question has been asked during the same interview already and like the interviewee has already answered. It's basically showing that you're not listening to them. It's like very disrespectful, and also you're just wasting everyone's time. And it's just not a vibe. You are ruining the vibe. You're violating the vibe code, so don't do that. I would also just try to like spice up the interviews, trying to make the interviewees open up more by cracking a joke here and there. I think it's just really nice to lighten up the atmosphere, try to make them more comfortable in that space. But of course, read the room. Maybe if you're talking about a touchy subject, then that's not it. So point number two, after the interviews, I would just like convert the whole interview into a transcript so I can get everything laid out in front of me and I know everything word for word, and it's very useful to just have all the information out there. What I would do with that is to highlight the really good quotes. Personally, I feel like the quotes are guideposts to the story's flow because quotes are just very animated, I think, and it just shows a lot about the interviewees' personalities. It's literally them in their words. I would look out for the expressive ones, those that are really traced with intense passion. It's very fun to see that in quotations. And yeah, so yeah. I hope you get what I mean, because I don't know what I'm saying. With that being said, the next step I would do is to get the anecdotes. It's just very natural for anecdotes to pop up in the story. It's either you ask them for the anecdotes or they will just like bring it out there, because most of the time actually interviewees will be the ones who bring out stories of their own. So they would be like, oh, there's this one time this happened and da. So that could be like a scenario that you could keep in mind to be like an opening scene that you throw your readers into, which is really nice. I love that feeling of like reading a feature article and I'm like put on the spot into the interviewee's shoes. It's just like entering a movie scene. That's how I feel. That could be one of the ways to begin a feature story and to have as many anecdotes under your belt. Another point about that is to remember that feature stories usually start with a specific small point and then you just zoom out from it. So that's like one of the main things that we learned in journalism school, which is to get the bigger picture. So how does one person's story reflect that of like 10,000 other people's stories? How you use your interviewee's story as a reflection of society and society's issues and all that stuff. At the end of the day, the whole point of reading these stories is to see yourself in them, like bits of yourself in these stories. And then you go back to your interviewee and sort of explore how they navigated their life with that said societal issue or that specific like interest that they had. And yeah. Okay, so the next point, I would try to be very conscious about this. Like whenever I quote somebody in the story, I try to avoid the word said, especially if the quote is something that's very expressive. If they had like a kind of action that they did with saying the quote, I would make sure to use a specific verb for that action. So for example, she laughed, or she chuckled, she giggled. These specific words really spices up your story. It adds layers. It makes the person more animated, more three-dimensional, I believe. Okay, so the next point kind of relates to the previous point, which is to try to show and don't tell. If you have the opportunity to paint a very vivid picture of your interviewee, take it. The Alex Kanzani just jumped out. But yeah, just take that opportunity. Person A frantically scanned the room and then quotation marks, I'm so anxious, they whispered. It does not make the story fall flat. On a more technical side, I would probably do all of this in bullet points at first because it just makes the process a bit more digestible for me, and I don't like to do it in mind maps. It's such a scatter. Personally feel like mind maps could work better for like visual descriptions or planning of some other more visual things. That's my personal opinion. I feel like it could be helpful for a lot of people to do that as well. Just put them in bullet points. Do not vomit out words in one clutter. Don't do that. It's not good for you. Nobody wants to read that, not even you. So another point, double check everything that I've written and make sure that it's true, because that's the whole point. And also, this is something that I think a lot of people are susceptible to, which is like writing based on assumptions. We're built on our own biases and assumptions, but it's like an everyday process for us to correct ourselves. Like human beings are very judgmental, but it just depends on how we act on those judgments and how we correct ourselves on them. And make sure you don't publish the wrong stuff out there. Another technical point that I would like to make is to make sure you just start everything earlier. For me personally, writing, it just comes to you when it comes to you, but the buildup of it is very intentional. If I were to take like 10 hours to write a story, 9 hours would be of me doing other things while thinking of writing the story. 1 hour is just me like sitting down, writing, like actually writing and typing it all out. So yeah, I don't know if that sounds very efficient. It's not efficient. I know. We all work differently. It just comes to you in bits sometimes. Like you would draw inspiration in your everyday life as you're, just walking about. There will be a time where you want to sit down and write it all out, or else you forget. With that, I must manage my time properly. I must start as soon as possible. So I think some of you might relate to that, and I don't intend on changing my style. What was I gonna say? And finally, my last point is to just have fun. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're most likely interested in making a magazine or at least writing. You do this because there is an interest, a spark in you, and also be responsible with the story. Yeah, so that's all that I have for today, for today's episode. Hopefully you had a lot of fun. Stay tuned for the next episode. We're gonna be doing like the real crux of this entire magazine photo shoots, which is the photo shoot for our 3 main interviewees. It was so fun. We took an entire day to take the photos. Yeah, I'm very excited to show you guys, and you should be excited to watch that too. Anyway, stay tuned and I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye bye.